Alright, so many of you may have seen my first video with this engine. That was back when it was the Mark II. This is the third iteration of pneumatic engine I've constructed. This is the Mark III. And the biggest difference you will notice is it has a second Scotch yoke mechanism for switching the air and a second cylinder. So second valve gear and everything. I also added more weight to the flywheel. Get that rotated right here by adding these tires inside. So hopefully that gives us a little bit more momentum and a smoother output and increased torque on that axle. That's the biggest thing, is trying to get more torque out of this thing. I've got it hooked up to compressed air supply. Currently I'm delivering 0 psi, so it's just not on right now. It does take a little bit of work to get this engine cranked and turned over and actually working, but once it runs pretty smoothly, and I will show you that now. Very much bulkier, and hoses like to pop out, and I can't really run it past 40 psi, and can't run it at 40 psi long, but it can run. So if everything was glued in place for whatever reason, or if I decided to lubricate everything, it would probably run a lot smoother. But let's increase the pressure to about let's do 30 psi, and you can see the flywheel's wanting to move just a little bit. So we're at 30 psi now, so that's a constant air delivery of 30. Takes a while for this to get spooled up. But as you can notice, it runs much, much smoother. Well, it also helps that it's on compressed air supply. But with one piston, with one cylinder, it kept dying after running for a while. This, it runs for a lot longer and more consistently. Although it doesn't like running at slow speeds. I can turn the speed up, and you can really see it go. So let's go 35 psi. There we go. Oh. And that's what happens when you run it a little bit too hard. The air supply likes to pop that hose out. But other than that issue, and I solved it with the original air pump, which I have here. I've just got the air pump and everything like that. And I could mount that to the engine if I want to run it separately, but it's a big pain running that. But yeah, that's my Mark II pneumatic engine.